Some photos tell a story, but these capture a moment so strange, so unbelievable, you'll think history just played a prank on us. In this rare photograph, three samurais stand poised, practicing Kyudo, the traditional Japanese art of archery. It's not just about hitting a target, it's about discipline, patience, and spiritual focus honed over centuries of tradition. A fleeting moment of history, frozen in time. Captured in the 1950s, this stunning portrait shows a young Elizabeth Taylor, already a Hollywood icon in the making. With her striking violet eyes and effortless grace, Taylor was more than just a movie star. She was a symbol of timeless beauty. Moments like this remind us why her presence still captivates fans decades later. Captured in the early 1920s, this photograph freezes the aftermath of a car crash in an era when automobiles were still a new and thrilling invention. With no airbags, no seatbelts, and minimal safety features, accidents like this could be deadly. In this rare, candid shot, Audrey Hepburn trades Hollywood glamour for a quiet moment in her kitchen. Barefoot and dressed in a playful apron dress, she peers into the oven with curiosity, proof that even silver screen icons had their simple, everyday moments. It's a beautiful reminder that behind the fame, they lived real lives too. A snapshot of everyday life in rural America, 1939. Men gather on the porch of a small country store, sharing stories, laughter, and a break from the day's work. The Texaco pump, Coca-Cola ads, and weathered wood capture a time long gone. Three smiling soldiers lean out of a train window during World War II, helmets ready, spirits high. They're about to head into the unknown, but for this moment, there's laughter, camaraderie, and hope, a powerful reminder that even in the darkest times, humanity shines through. Sitting calmly in a garden, Mark Twain, one of America's greatest writers, stares into the camera with his trademark wit etched across his face. Known for classics like The Adventures of Tom Sawyer and Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, Twain's humor and insight shaped literature forever. This rare photograph captures the man behind the words, reflective, sharp, and timeless. In the early 1900s, deep-sea exploration looked more like science fiction than science. This massive armored diving suit, nicknamed the Iron Man of the Sea, was designed to withstand crushing underwater pressure. Bulky and heavy, it limited movement, but opened new frontiers beneath the waves. In the 1930s, sideshow performers would risk it all for entertainment. Like this man wrestling live alligators underwater. Inside a glass tank, he fought these powerful reptiles in front of a crowd, showcasing equal parts bravery and madness. It's a wild glimpse into a time when danger itself was part of the show. Beneath the streets of Paris lies a chilling secret, the catacombs, a maze lined with the remains of over 6 million people. In this haunting 1930s photo, a woman lights a candle beside the wall of skulls, her smile contrasting the eerie scene around her. It's a reminder that history isn't just written in books. In this rare 19th century photo, a crowd gathers at the harbor, eyes fixed on the distant lighthouse. Scenes like this remind us of a time when the waterfront was the heart of a city, where news arrived by ship and life revolved around the tide. This is Johnny Eck, born in 1911 without the lower half of his body, yet he became a world-famous performer, actor, and even a sideshow legend. Known as the Half-Boy, Johnny didn't let his condition define him. He raced horses, climbed buildings, and even co-starred in Hollywood films. This haunting wedding photo hides a heartbreaking truth. The groom, a French soldier, was badly wounded in World War I, losing much of his face and wearing a mask to cover the injury. Despite the scars of war, love endured, and the bride stood proudly by his side, huddled under umbrellas, their faces solemn. This isn't just a rainy day. This rare 1920s photograph captures mourners gathered in silence, braving the cold and wet to pay their respects. Every glance tells a story of loss, resilience, and the quiet dignity of a community united in grief. In one of history's more curious moments, a chimpanzee dressed in a full suit sits across from a man, engaged in what looks like a serious conversation. Taken in the early 20th century, this wasn't a prank. It was part of a traveling act that blurred the lines between entertainment and human-animal interaction. At first glance, it looks like a man is milking a horse. But look closer. This rare historical photo shows a soldier cleverly hiding under his horse, using the animal's body as cover while aiming a pistol. This isn't your typical baby photo. Meet the infant already winning at life. Literally, captured in the early 1900s, this baby poses with two massive trophies, though the prizes likely belonged to proud parents. It's a charming reminder that sometimes the youngest among us get to share in life's biggest victories. At first glance, this looks like a strange game. Men in suits, crawling on tables in single file. But this 1940s photo actually shows a rehabilitation exercise for injured factory workers, designed to improve mobility and coordination. It's an unusual reminder of how creative physical therapy methods once were, before modern gyms and equipment. This isn't your average dinner party. Taken after World War I, this rare photo shows soldiers with facial injuries, many wearing early prosthetic masks. These masked dinners brought together men who had endured the same trauma, offering support, friendship, and a moment of normalcy in a world that had changed forever. This bizarre 1930s photo shows the now-abandoned rabbit test for pregnancy. Doctors would inject a woman's urine into a rabbit. If the animal's ovaries changed, it meant she was pregnant. Despite the phrase, "the rabbit died," the truth is, the rabbit always died. In the 1930s, drivers in England did a double take when they saw this parade of elephants on wheels. These weren't real animals, but elaborate truck decorations for a circus promotion. The mechanical elephants were part of a marketing stunt, rolling through towns to draw huge crowds. In the 1920s, high-tech didn't mean smartphones, it meant this. You're looking at an early control panel for a massive industrial or electrical system. Operators like this man had to manually turn wheels, pull levers, and monitor gauges, sometimes for hours at a time. Ever had lunch interrupted by a horse? This incredible World War I photo captures cavalry training at its finest, where precision and trust were everything. These soldiers sit calmly at the table while a rider and his horse leap clean over them. It wasn't just for show. Maneuvers like this trained both rider and horse for battlefield agility. History lives in moments like this, fleeting yet unforgettable. Subscribe for more untold snapshots from the past.